Okay, so good evening class, good day. Last lecture video, wala man ta nahuman ato ako to siyang giputol diri as sa media na topic. So that dili ra kayo taas ang lecture video. So in this lecture video, we will continue on our discussion on the median as well as other statistical methods pwede na to magamit. Okay? So, I already discussed what the median is. So, median is basically just the middle point of all of your data sets, no? Katong nasa tunga mo to siya. Mura gito siya ang median. So, if you have an odd number of data, no? Katong nasa tunga mo to siya ang inyong median. Now, if you have an even number of data, like for example, 6, no? Wala na siya middle data gyud, di ba? Di man siya parehas sa 5, no? 5 is odd. So, nagid siya middle, which is 3. Kani gyud, which is equal ang both side, no? Gikan sa middle. So, 2 diri sa pikas, 2 diri sa pikas. So, meaning mo gini siya ang tunga. But if you have like for example 6, no, an even number of data, di ka maka pinpoint sa kung unsay tunga. So if that happens, imong kuhaan og average tung duha ka data nga nasa middle. So kato na dayon sila ang imuhang median. Okay? So here is an example of that. So management salaries. Okay. Consider again the example involving the management, okay, search firm, Dominic and Associates, and the sample starting salary data in example 3-2. So the median for this data is computed using the following steps. So kaning siyang example is already presented sa previous nga lecture video when uh, we were discussing about mean, no, katong average. So, ang ginabuhat is, the problem here is that pangitaan from the range of salaries, no, pangitaan na to siya og median. So, this is your data set. So, this, kung atong tanawon, ihapon na to og pila ka buok. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data sets. So, it is clear nga ang middle point is katong ika-fourth, no, katong nasa tunga wherein equivalent ang left side or right side. Now, if you have a hard time remembering the middle point, which I'm pretty sure ka dili kaila sa lisod, but if ever, no, i-divide lang sa 2 ang inyong dataset. Tapos, once na divide ninyo sa 2, inyo din siyang i-round off. Round to the largest number. So, for example, kani siya, no, ato siyang i-divide sa 2 ang number of data sets we have. So, we have 7. Tapos, i-divide na to siya sa 2. So, we have 3.5. Ato din siyang i-round off to the largest number. So, we have, kung ato na siyang i-round off, mahimo ni siya og 4. So, in that case, ang ato ang data set, atong median is in the fourth index or in the fourth place. So, ihapon na to 1, 2, 3, 4. So, kani siya karon ang ato ang median. So, that's just it. So, nga na si median, no? Now, the advantage of this compared to mean is that si mean manggod, daghan siya og kaning ma-change ang result once natay outlier. Okay? Kung natay outlier, pasabot, mudako or either mugamay, no? Outlier meaning layo ra kayo to siya nga value sa atong dataset compared sa uban. So, in that case, maka-affect siya sa true nga mean. Now, si median, wala siya nga ng problem. Because again, ang katumang yung nasa tunga, ang value ang iyahang kwaon. So, yes, however, the disadvantage of median is that dapat sayon ra inyong series, no, maihapra. No, dali ra siya makitaan, no? Now, if the series contains large number of items at daghan kay kag dataset, then the process becomes tedious. Okay? Of course, Kasi ingon tag na kay 1 million ka dataset. So pangitaan to nimo siya middle, di ba? Or imo pa siyang of course i-arrange, no? Imo pa siyang i-sort, no, from smallest to largest. Adi sir ka maka consider sa iyang median. So sorting 1 million data again is time consuming miskin sa computer. Okay? It is another disadvantage of median is that it is a less representative average. So dili gyud siya mao ang murag kung makaingon ka median, yes, it could become an average, but uh, dili siya matawag na to nga murag accurate nga average. Okay? Okay, so now let's proceed to the mode. Okay, so si mode, kung tanaw na to ning mode, okay, so si mode is the value in a data set that occurs most frequently. That is, si mode ano na siya, nag, so si mode considers the frequency of your data set, no? Kung pila ka buok. So if si mean, yarang add tanan and then i-divide on how many your data set is, and then si median is just katong middle value, si mode yang gi appeal, no, sa iyahang criteria of judging, kumbaga ang number of data, no, ang number of similar data set or sa ato pa frequency ana nga data. So katong pinakadaghang frequency mo to siya ang mode. Okay? So in this example, we have here this data set, and we have 5 as the data that has the largest frequency. So in your data set, 5 occurred 3 times compared sa uban. So mas taas siya compared sa uban. So in this case, ang atong mode is 5. Now, if the same frequency sa tanan data set, meaning walay daghan, no? So tag-isa ra jud ka tag-isa ra gyud bali ang isa ka data kas ara siya ni appear sa every data that you have, then in that case wala kay mode. Okay, so ana siya, sayon ra, no, inyo lang siyang tanawon kung sa ito pinakadaghang frequency, and that will become your mode. Okay, so this is an example. So the title of this example is the Smoky Mountain Pizza. So the owner of the Smoky Mountain Pizza are planning to expand the restaurant to include an open-air patio. Okay, so mag-expand daw sila. Before finalizing the design, the managers want to know what the most frequently occurring group size is so they can organize the seating arrangement to best meet the demand. They wish to know the mode, which can be calculated using the following steps. Okay, so ang ilahang problem is very simple. Kini, isa ka restaurant, mag-expand daw sila og murag patio, bitaw kana bitang open air, mura og pantawan bali silang restaurant. Now they want to know kung unsay pinakadaghan na grupo, no? Like group of 2 ba, group of 3, or group of 4 ba ang usually ga adto silang restaurant para ma-prepare nila ang tables, no, na ilang iset dito sa patio. So in that case, ang ilang ibuhat is they collect the data. So mo ni karon ang ilang data. So these are the among the 20 groups, no? Muna siya ang 20 groups nga niadto sa ilang restaurant. So na ay 2 ra ka book, na 4 sila ka book, na isa ra ka book. So in this case, ilang pangitanog mode sa so, pinakadaghan ani nga frequency. So gibuhatan siya og table, no, para maklaro, and then we see here the pinakadaghan. So katong isa ra ka book ang lisod sa date sa restaurant without any companion, so siya kauban kaduha. So ay duha ka tawo nga nisulod nga siya ra isa, na ay 6 times nga pair ang nisulod. Okay, na 3 times nga tulo sila ka book, and then another 6 times na 4 sila ka book. Okay, walay 5 and then 6, 7, 8. So this is total of 20. Okay, later the next step. Okay, so I think this example is just showing us no, sa mga steps pambuhaton if you encounter this kind of problem in solving the mode. So first, acquire your data, which is this one. Next is to create your data set or your table or frequency distribution to clearly see kung ito yung pinakadaga na data ang daghang frequency. And then the third step is to determine the values that occur, no, most frequently. So in this case, ato nakita ang sa pinakadaghan, which is 2 o 4. Okay, which occurred 6 times. So in this case, ang imuhang mode is 2 ka buok, which is 2 and 4. So, di pa sabot sa imong dataset, isa ra ka buok mode. Okay? Pwede 2, 3 as long as sila mo yung pinakadaghan o frequency. Okay? So, ana siya. So, given this result, it is safe to conclude na ang ilang pwede ma-arrange nga table sa ilang patio is a group of 4 and group of 2. Ano siya. Okay. Next, let's proceed to the weighted mean. Okay, saan yung weighted mean? Weighted mean is just mean, but the same siya sa mode, iyahang appeal sa iyahang criteria of judging, kumbaga, ang frequency. Okay? So, katong mean na akong gi-discuss kaganina is just like adding all of the data and then divided it by the number of data sets that we have. In the weighted mean, ang ginabuhat niya is since mura niya ogi murag gi-reduce kumbaga ang katong kaganina, but basically ang result ana is just the same raman, no? Pero this one, you can clearly see diri man gud sa weighted mean unsa to nga mga data ang naka-affect gyud og dako sa ato ang value, sa resulting value or sa mean. So here is an example. So sample of 26 repair project. So I cannot recall what the example is in this what the exact story of the example is, but this table represents the 26 repair projects. Okay? Tapos, pila siya ka days na complete. So, this is the 26 repair project. Tapos, na 4 sa ilang na complete within 5 days. Na 12 nga na complete within 6 days. Na 8 ka-project nga na complete within 7 days. And then, na 2 ka-project which completes at 8 days. So, if ato silang weighted mean, this is the formula. Basically, just times, just multiply, no, the number of your data times the frequency. Okay? So, i-times na ninyo sila kaning nagtapad. And then, divided by your total number of frequency, dili total number of data. Dili kani siya. So, katong frequency ang imuhang i-plus. So, as you can see here, makita na to, no? Makita na klaro na kaayos sa itong dataset na dako og effect, no? Ang katong 6 days na human ang project kay mo pinakadaghang frequency. So, kung ato ni siyang i-solve, it is murag masabtan na nga ang mean is around 6 gyud. Kay mo man siya pinakadaghang frequency in here. Okay, so ingana siya, no? Muna yung gamit sa weighted mean. So here is the formal formula of the weighted mean. Okay, so this is the population weighted mean and this is the sample weighted mean. And take note sa mga variables na gipanggamit. Okay, when you are using the population mean, use the mu sign. And then if you're using the sample, use the x bar sign or just the x sign. Okay. So don't get intimidated with this sigma. So this is just summation. I think all of you are already aware of this one kung niagi mo base mathematics and algebra. So it just means adding all of the weight of the corresponding frequency. I mean adding the product of the weight, no, and the frequency, all of them, distance imong data set divided by uh, the weight. Okay? Okay, so the weight and I data. Okay, so para mas masabtan, this is the frequency is considered as weight. Okay, so mura siya og mo considered sa kabugat. So sa 5 days na ay 4, sa 6 days 12. So makita na tong 6 is medyo bugat. Mas ana na lang para ma-connect na to ang weighted mean, no? So weights is in here is considered the frequency. Okay, so here is your data tapos ang iyang weight. Okay? So that is a weighted mean. So I'm not gonna show giunsa, no? Just look at this example here. Kani siya. So basically gi-times naman gi-times niya ang frequency and your or weight and data tapos gi-add, okay, and then gi-divide ra dayon. So that is your weighted mean in terms of population and in terms of sample. Okay, so this is another example for the weighted mean. No? Okay, so Myers and Associates recently, the law firm of Myers and Associates was involved in litigating a discrimination suit concerning ski instructor at ski resort Colorado. One instructor from Germany had sued the operator of the ski resort, claiming he had not received equitable pay compared with the other ski instructor from Norway and United States. Okay, in preparing the defense, the Myers attorney planned to compute the mean annual income for all the 7 Norwegian of the day as Norwegian ski instructor at the resort. However, because these instructors worked different numbers of days during the ski season, a weighted mean needed to be computed. Okay, so the problem is simple. So si na isa ka ski instructor na yang gisu ang isa ka ski resort because nag-claim niya nga gamay ra iyang sweldo compared sa ubang employees, especially kaning mga ski instructor from New York, Norway. Okay. So ang ginabuhat sa mga attorney is to compute, no, i-compare gud nila ang annual na income sa kaning German nga instructor o kaning sa tanang Norway instructor. Okay, sa tanang tagikan Norway. So since dahil lahi man sila schedule, no, dahil lahi man sila og workload every week or every month, no. So ang ginabuhat nila is weighted mean ang ilang gamiton. Okay? So this is your first step. It is to collect your data set. So, in this case, the variable of interest was the income of the ski instructor. Okay. The population consisted of 7 Norwegian instructors. So 7 Norwegian instructor ang gi-test, no, ang gi-solve no, pila ang ilahang salary. Okay, annual income. Okay, so this is the 7. So this one is an Norwegian ski instructor. This one is a Norwegian ski instructor. This one. So each row or column represent a Norwegian instructor. Okay? Tapos, kanina is their salary. And then, this one corresponds to the number of days work. Okay. So, ang nahitabo is that ang income the bali ani nga aso mo ni ang sweldo si kani nga Norwegian instructor 1 kani siya for example mo ni ang sweldo 76 tapos ang number days of work is 50. Okay, so and the rest and so forth na dayon. Next is let us find the weighted mean of this data set. So atong i-times, no, i-times nato ang kani siya. Times nato ang number of days work times sa iyang income per day. So this is the income per day nila, no, sa tanang Norwegian instructor. So pinakadako og income is I think kani siya sa 7.6. Tapos and then the rest na dayon. So we have, this is their salary per day, and this is the amount of money siya ang number of days they work. Okay, so to find the weighted mean, ato siyang gi-times no ang kaning ilang salary, and then their number of days work, para makita ang gyud og pila gyud ilang sweldo in average. Okay, so para mas dali no ang natay another way no, kay repetitive maning kada data no, kada row bale kada column is times kana. So para mas dali here, the answer will be just the same. Atong pangitahon ang isam sa nato tanan kani no, kaning number of days. So isam sa nato na tanan, and then isam po nato tanan ang salary. And then after summing all of them, ato na din siyang multiply. Dili day. Sorry class. Okay, nasipyat ko. So this day, ato gid siyang gi-times. Okay? Ato siyang gi-times here, and this one here, ato lang gipangita ang total number of frequency sa ubos. So nalipat ko og tan-aw. So this one, the answer for this one, no, the summation of all the number of days work and the salary is equivalent to $1 million kapin. Now, the total number of frequency, bali the total number of days work sa tanang Norwegian instructor is 270. Now, to find the weighted mean, so buhatan, of course, i-divide, since we already know this one, which is this, and we already know this one, which is this one. So, ito siyang i-divide. So, in this case, ang annual income sa tanang Norwegian instructor atong nga ski resort is around $5,000. Okay. Okay, so thus taking into account the number of days worked, the Norwegian ski instructor had a mean income of 5,000. Okay, so wala ta kabalo sa katong German nga ni kaso no pila ang iyang yearly income, annual income, but using this data we can now easily compare og mas dako ba gid ang iya or mas dako ba ning sa average Norwegian nga mga employee compared sa iya. Okay. So that is the mode. Okay. Another weighted mean example is the GPA. So, kana inyo ang GPA. So, as you can see, as you may have noticed, no, ang grade ninyo, bali, ang inyo ang grade nag-affect, no, sa individual grades ninyo sa kada subject. And since the individual grades of your subject is impacted by the number of units, so katong units take consider po to siya. Okay, so katong yung, for example, katong grade nga katong dakong units, for example calculus as I can remember has 4 units. So kung gamay mo grado sa calculus nga naagid siya puruha na makaapekto siya dako no sa inyong GPA, kaya siya may pinakadako og ingon tag frequency, or siya may pinakadako og units. So ingana na siya. Now if for example inyong grade sa pinakagamay yun, say for example katong mga subject nga 2 units ra, tapos dako mo grado ato, tapos na kay subject nga calculus which is 4 units, tapos gamay ka grado ato, so ma-offset siya, sige siya pasabot na dako ka grado in total, kaya na maapektuhan siya sa katong mga data ni mo nga dagko og weight no, dagko og frequency. So ana siya. So which measure of location is the best? So pinaka common is the mean. So it is generally used unless extreme outliers exist. So ang kasagaran gud ginagamit is mean, no, to find the measure of location, because sayon raman siya, at the same time ma-represent gud niya og sakto no ang ato ang ang katong average. However, di yun siya pwede magamit if you have extreme outliers. So, if your dataset has extreme outliers, take note, red flag po na siya. Meaning, either na problema sa pag-collect ninyo sa inyong datasets because nga nang dama mo'y dagang outliers. So, basig man ninyo natarong bahin. Like, for example, nag-collect mo og data from kaning. Okay, so for example, kanang bitong nagkuha mo og data, no, from um, number of usage, no, number of phone usage, smartphone usage. And then, ang inyong gikuha og data is from ages 18 to 60. Okay, so taas kayo ang inyong range of age na pwede ko nagikuha. Now, in that case, ug pangitan ninyo na siya average, di gina ninyo kaayo makitan because again, those ages from 18 to 25 or 30 mo gito sila kusog manggamit. Tapos, ang katong mga nasa 60, na uban na wala, na uban nga naa. So, again, kung atong i-visualize ang dataset ato, daghan gyud siya outliers. So, in that case, if kana may mahitabo sa inyong dataset, you should consider i-divide ang inyong category like from ages 18 to 25 and then 25 to 40, something like that. Para dili kayo taas ang outlier sa inyong dataset. But anyways, muna siya ang kahinaan manggod sa mean, that is the outliers. Now, next is the median. So, is often used since the median is not sensitive to extreme values. So, katong mga dataset, if dili gud malikay ano na yung mga outliers nga grabe ka extreme, so diha na mo magamit og median. Okay, so we have this different shapes of distribution. No, that is kung ato abitang i-graph ang ato ang dataset, no, or ato ang ipangitaan ang atong dataset og median, mean ug mode atong pangkomputanan. Now, this is what happens, no, if your mode, no, mas dako ang inyong mode compared sa median, and then mas dako ang median compared sa mean. So we have here the skewed type of distribution if that happens. We have the symmetric if equivalent tanan si mean, median, and mode. Pareha sila og number values. And then we have the right skewed if your mode is lesser compared to median and compared to mean. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so in the next lecture video, I'll be talking about other location measures, which is the percentiles and the quartiles. Okay, so that will end our discussion for this lecture video, and I hope you namoy nasabtan. Those students na clarification, please don't hesitate to contact me. Or also, if you want further explanation on all of this, you can read the book. The book is very reader friendly. Grabe siya ka maayo mo discuss, no? So that is all, and thank you for listening.